Hello and welcome to study Education Psychology, Topic 7 Intelligence, Thinking Skills, Reasoning and Metacognition. I'm Sajivani Vandiko. Learning outcomes. Explain clearly intelligent principles and the 8 types of intelligence. Identify 2 types of thinking, that is creative and critical. Also define reasoning and its factors. Also explain metacognition concepts. Well, according to the introduction, when it comes teaching and learning process, when it comes to humans, like the humans' information processing system is one of the most important process. So that's mean it involves intelligence and also thinking skills, the way how you think, and also reasoning, how you reason, and also metacognition. Well, let me talk to you about the intelligence and thinking. Well, there are many definitions of intelligence. So when it comes a set of skills enable individuals to solve real problem in their life. So when you have a problem, I mean like the way how you solve that particular problem, and also the ability to design useful products or provide useful services for their society, like how do you design a product or like to provide a useful service to the society, and also the potential to search or create problems which enable someone to learn new things, like when you are going to create when something is there, like if somebody wants to learn something. So that's according to the intelligence and thinking. So let me describe you about the types of intelligence. Well, according to the Gardner, so he has defined intelligence as a set of skills that enables an individual to solve problems or produce useful products or services to his society. For instance, if somebody is trying to do something, so according to the Gardner, he says that that individually his problems, solve problems, and also it produce some product or service to the his society. And also Gardner in 1983, it is multiple intelligence theory. It states that there are at least human intelligences. That's mean in a particular person's, that's mean various skills a person and the abilities that person has, talent of natural skills, like the people how they have, like according to the 8 intelligences. And these are the 8 intelligences according to Gardner. Like you can say if somebody is so talented in mathematics, you can say it's mathematical. So visual space, kinesthetic, and talented in music, so interpersonal, that's the intrapersonal skills, and naturalistic and verbal linguistics according to Gardner. And Gardner claims that all types of intelligence are interdependent. That's mean each other and individually be weak in one skill but excellent in another. For instance, if I am talented in music, probably another person will be talented in mathematics. It's like that. So he says the intelligence is something like so individuals have their different talents. So likewise, so that's mean every individual possess all 8 intelligences, but each is at different level in terms of strength. Probably I'm so weak in mathematics, probably the other person is so talented. So then it's likewise. So you can say according to the Gardner. So it happens even in the classroom. Like you can see as a teacher, when we go to the classroom, we really can see that person is so talented. So the other one is okay in the middle, the other one is bit lower. So that is according to the intelligence he explained. So the intelligence can be enhanced through education and also the experience and the environment. So that's what it says, like you can enhance that when you are learning, like that is the education, also the experience that we get, that is also another thing, and also the environment, like the people, like by looking at the others, likewise you can enhance. And also IQ theory is actually, the IQ is always based on mathematical logic and verbal linguistics. So that assumes it is like a person intellectual potential is fixed based on the genetics and can be measured at young age actually, and it will determine his potential at the age, like, in a young age when you check the IQ, like, for which this particular person is more talented. So Gardner, however, sees a wider cognitive function, which is the opposite of IQ theory definition of intelligence. And so if I talk to you about the thinking skills, actually, the definition is that the process of using the mind to find meaning and understanding, evaluating or making decisions and problem solving. So this is going to be the definition, like the understanding, how you evaluate, and how do you make a decision for that problem. When it is a problem, like how do you act, like how to solve that problem. So that's mean you have to think and you have to act accordingly. So the objectives come acquiring thinking skills are, like if you take the first one, you can see here, like to decide whether someone learns effectively or not. You can decide it, whether that particular student is learning actually effectively or not. And also you can enable someone to manage an effective life. That is also another thing. And also to achieve like life achievement, and also that is like thinking. And also if someone to face problems in confidentially, or if you think, okay, if you have improved that, so you know how to like you have the ability. And also enable someone to make right decisions. Like if you want to take a decision, so by thinking, like when you use that thinking skills, that means definitely you will be able to find a good solution for that particular problem. And also let me talk to you about the types of thinking skills. When it comes, there are several types of thinking skills. First one, if I say creative, it's like you are a creative thinker. And critically, like you will analyze something like critically, it is like what? And also decision making, and inductive and deductive, by looking at, you can say, okay, this will be happen, likewise, these kind of thinking, it will happen. And also creative thinking, if I talk to you about the creative thinking, if I take the originality, like for instance, originality comes like new and original ideas. If I talk to you about the fluency is actually, it is like many ideas at one time. So you have a lot of ideas, you will be taking it at one time. And if the flexibility comes at ideas from different categories. And also expansion mean actually add more ideas for that by looking is in more details. So this is what, so like a creative thinking, it is originality, back again the fluency, and also the flexibility and expansion. And also let me talk to you about the creative thinking process. So what will happen is, when you come to the creative thinking process, the preparation. When it comes to the preparation, identify and study and plan to solve problems. You have to identify, then you study and you plan it actually. So once you've done it, like you can solve that problem. So that is the preparation. So hibernation comes, unsolved problems put aside in half conscious mind. In your half conscious mind, you put it aside. And illumination comes, solution found in half conscious mind. And confirmation, that is, when you come to the confirmation, actually solution is checked to ensure that it can solve the problem. So this is the creative thinking process. And when it comes to thinking skills, actually teaching and learning strategies. let's look at what are the strategies in teaching and learning through thinking skills. So as teachers, we have to, teachers should know actually it is, to provide creative and critical skill to smart decision making and problem exercises. So for instance, when it comes to the classroom teaching, the teacher has to provide, should have some creative and also critical thinking skill for the students too. Then the smart decision, and making and problem solving, they get that exercises there. And also apply more practical knowledge. Let them have practically, to experience and thinking skills outside and school. That is how you give them the chance. So when you give the enough chance for the students to get that practical knowledge, okay, get together in groups or individually, it doesn't matter. So they will get the experience and they will improve that thinking skills. And also the other one is create creative, innovative ideas or inventions. Let them have, let them think sometimes whatever you think about that particular child, he must be better than that. Sometimes the kids are so silent, children are so silent. So silent doesn't say that the students doesn't have the thinking power. So according to us, we have to, advise the students, we have to improve the child's creative and to give some exercises and for him to have innovative ideas or inventions. And so other thing is avoid narrow, vague and unfocused and hasty thinking mistakes. So you have to. And also enhance cognitive and affective aspects and eventually students' intellectual development. And the other one is very necessary to be open-minded and accept and you give opinion. So whatever the things come, you have to be so open-minded. You have respect, and so you give your opinion. And also build confidence to give ideas. You have to build the confidence. So if you build the confidence only, they will come with the ideas. If you cannot make that thing, they will never come with the ideas. Also the other thing is make judgment based on reasons and evidence and give critical opinion. So it should be there. And let me discuss you about the metacognition. Actually, the definition and the scope. Metacognition is the thinking about one's thought, about one particular thought. And metacognition is the ability that enables someone to control their thinking. So it is something, it will control your thinking. So that is you call as a metacognition. The factors that influence metacognition, it's like the individual, according to the task given, and also the strategy used to finish the task. Also, the individual surroundings as well. That's all for today. I think you enjoy and good luck with your studies. Thank you.